Welcome to Aspen Yoga. Thank you for joining us today for our functional flow class. We are going to do some core work, some balance, and alignment. What you will need for this class is your yoga mat, grab a blanket, and then some yoga blocks. If you don't have yoga blocks, just grab some really thick books. Gather everything you need. Meet me back on the mat for our functional flow, core, balance, and alignment. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and I want you to set your blocks up at the end of your mat. Take your blanket and we're just going to sit up on our blanket with our legs crossed. Sitting on our blanket opens up our hips, makes sitting with our legs crossed a little bit more comfortable. So hands are on your knees, your spine is tall, and let's just take some deep breaths here. As you inhale, filling your abdomen and your chest. Exhale, your shoulders relax. Inhaling here. And exhale. Good. Continuing your breathing, I want you to think about the alignment of your spine. So think about your ears being stacked over your shoulders, shoulders stacked over your hips. Keeping your spine nice and tall. Pretend like there's a balloon coming from the back of your head, reaching that spine to the ceiling. Two more here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale here. And exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and come right into our cat and cow. Now, if you need a little extra padding for your knees, you can go ahead and put your blanket out. If not, just put it to the side. On your hands or your knuckles, shoulder width apart, your knees are hip width apart. I want you to round your back, tuck your chin for cat. Looking up, put a sway in the back for cow. Good. Cat here. And cow. Good. Into our cat and cow. We're going to do a few more, just nice and easy as you come through your range of motion. Good. Two more here. Last one, cat and cow. Good. Coming back to our neutral spine. So neutral spine meaning our back is nice and straight. I want you to take the hand that is closest to me and we're going to just draw a semicircle. So you're going to take your arm, reach it out, draw it around, come back to your knee and back up. So take it out, draw it around all the way to the knee, back to center, up, around, and center. One more time, up, draw it around, and center. Switching sides. So we take it up, take it out to the side, down to your knee, and center. Up, out, and center. Two more. Up, draw it out, knee, center. Last time, up, draw it out, knee, and center. Good. Staying here, same thing. Drawing circles with the knee. So just draw some circles around. Good. Bring it backwards. Good. Bring the knee back down, switching sides. And as we do this, we are working on our core, our alignment, and our balance. Good. Last one. Switch directions. Take it around. And good. Back to center. Let's rest everything a little bit back in a child's pose. Stretch your arms out in front, big toes together. Knees are as wide as your mat. You can flip your palms up to the ceiling if you like. Stretches out the shoulder, gives a different rotational stretch here. Good, coming back up onto those hands and knees, working on spinal balance. So from here, I want you to take your opposite hand and your opposite leg stretching out. Keep that belly button tucked up to the spine. So as I stretch my leg out, I don't let that belly button sink. So keep it tucked up. Reach through the fingers and the toes. Hold here. And down. Switching sides. Stretch that leg, stretch the arm. Keep everything tucked up tight. Nice deep breaths. Working on that core strength, and this is some balance as well. Good, coming down. Couple cat and cows here. Good, come back to that neutral spine. Take your blocks way up on the front of your mat so they do not get in the way. I want you to come to your belly. Elbows in line with your shoulders, palms are flat, and I want you just to stay here, allowing the belly button to sink into the floor, those hip bones sink into the floor. Good. I want you to go ahead, and we're going to come up into a plank. So make sure your feet are on your mat, and you're just going to lift up here into a plank on our forearms. Now, if this is not comfortable, come onto your knees. Planks are never comfortable, but if it's too difficult, come onto those knees. Otherwise, keep that back straight. Nice deep breaths. We have 5 more seconds here. Breathing. Good. Bring those knees down. Press up a little bit farther. Come onto those hands and knees. Child's pose back. Nice deep breaths here. From child's pose, we're going to come into downward dog. So I want you to tuck those toes. Lift that tailbone up to the sky. Feel like you're dropping the chest. Tailbone high, pressing through those hands. Nice deep breath. I want you to come into a plank. So we're just going to roll through this. I want you to take the foot that's farthest from me. You're going to roll like you're coming into a plank, but you're going to step that foot forward. Good. Now bring those blocks towards you. We're going to come into a high lunge here. Nice deep breaths. And come into a low lunge. So come onto that knee. Reach. So as here, we are staying tall. So I don't want you to fall forward into the knee. And that's why we have our blocks. Okay? We are looking at foundations. So this is our foundation here. We don't need to touch the floor. Good. From here, we're going to move into warrior 2. So take your blocks. Now you can fold forward into that front knee. Tuck those back toes. Lift up. Drop that heel. Press through that front foot. Warrior 2. Good. So as we're here in warrior 2, your hips point to me. Nice, big lunge in that leg. If you find you are too far, just bring those feet together. Pressing on the outside of the back foot. Good. Looking down that front finger. Nice. Nice deep breaths. Good. Bring that elbow to the knee as we come up. Good. Just a nice angle. And take that arm over your head. Look at that pretty angle from my hand to your feet. Nice. Cartwheel up. Turn both feet to the center. Let's just walk them in soft knees. Standing tall in mountain pose here. Inhaling and exhale. We're going to work one side at a time. So I want you to take that leg that was the front leg. That becomes our balance point here. But first, let's stay in our mountain pose. I want you to take those hands on your hips. Talking again about alignment, we talked about our ears from our shoulders. Now our hips now come into our knees and to our heels. So put your hands on your hips here. Our side view here is your pelvis tilting back. So my pelvis is tilting forward. Tuck everything under so those hip bones are pointed forward. So just feel with your hands there how that feels. Take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Now to that foot, to the foot that was farthest from me. We're going to try some balance. Okay? Have your chair, have a wall nearby. Balance is different every day. Okay, so working on your balance. Think of your toes being spread apart. So the big toe to the baby toe, heel, your foot is fully grounded. Nice deep breaths. Let's bring those hands to the center of your chest. I want you to pick that foot up above the ankle, below the knee. Inhaling up. Exhale, open. Now we're not going to go all the way up. We are working on our foundation. We are working on our base here. Nice deep breaths. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, center and down. Good. Standing back in the mountain pose. See if you can feel where those hips are. Feel where that tailbone is with your arms at your side. Inhaling here. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to try a figure 4 stretch. Again, we're going to keep all the balance on that front leg now. This time I want you to sit into a little chair. So just a little bend at the hips, bend at the knee. You're going to take your ankle over your thigh. Okay, so ankle over the thigh. Let me show you a easier way if it's a little bit hard. Couple feet away, feet meaning your foot away, bend and just cross the ankle over the side. So you are grounded with the wall. So that tailbone is against the wall. Again, your hands can come here and up, or you can leave one hand on the knee and the ankle. Nice deep breaths. Good. Go ahead and come up. Come back to the center of your mat. We're going to switch ends. So I want you to take your blocks to the other end. Standing at that end. So we're just going to switch sides so we're always open to your screens. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands come to the floor. Walk those hands out, downward dog. So we're going to repeat everything on the other side. Press those heels towards the floor. Press those hands into the floor. Nice deep breaths. Come into your half plank. So as we shift those hips forward, step that foot that is farthest from me. Grab your blocks. We are in a high lunge now because my knee is high. My knee is lifted up off the floor. Nice deep breaths. Drop to a low lunge. So drop that knee. Top of the foot can rest on the floor right now. So we're lifted high. We're not falling forward into the knee. Bring those blocks to where you need them. Again, just working on our foundation. Okay, I don't care. You don't need to touch the floor here. Nice deep breaths. We're going to transition into our warrior 2. So you're going to tuck those back toes, lift that knee up, turn the heel to the floor, press up, warrior 2, bend that knee, look down that front arm. Good. So remember, the kneecap is over my little toe. It will inherently come in. So open it up. Deep lunge here. Nice. Keep my body in alignment. So I'm not leaning forward here. I'm staying nice and tall. Good. Let's drop the elbow to the knee. Reach the arm high. If you have that block still there, you can use that as well. Drop that arm over. Reach. Good. Cartwheel all the way over. Straighten that leg and bring everything in heel to toe. Move your blocks out of the way. if they were in your way here. Standing in mountain pose, check in with those hips. Remember, tilt them back, tilt those hips so the hips are up, so we're in our alignment. Slight bend in your knees, inhaling here, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Everything comes to the other side. So that leg that was up front becomes our balanced leg. Tuck the tailbone under, tight abdominal muscles. Balance uses our core, meaning abs and back. Nice deep breaths. Get those feet grounded into the floor. Hands come to the center of your chest. Pick that foot up above the ankle, below the knee. Inhaling up and open. Remember, working on our foundations. As you balance, you find something in the room that's not moving and concentrate on it. That will help your balance. So stay tall. Don't let everything cave down. Keep everything nice and tall. Good job inhaling up. Exhale, center. Good. Bring those feet down. Shake them out. Stand tall in mountain pose. Arms are open. Inhaling here. And exhale. Good. Remember our figure four. So you can stand against the wall if you like. You can try it with your hand on the chair. So when we're looking at levels, level 1 would be here, chair, level 2, and then level 3 is with nothing at all. So remember, slight bend in the knee, or slight bend in the knee, hip goes back just a tad. Find your focus. Focus on something in the room that's not moving. Pick that foot up, cross it over. See how I make a figure 4? Good. And then just hinge forward at the waist. Good. Balance, good days, bad days here, y'all. And your surface, okay? So the surface that you are on absolutely makes a difference. Inhaling up, open and down. If I'm on a cushy, like carpet, balance is harder. If I have a cushy mat, balance is harder. It's easier the harder the surface, so my foot has better contact with the floor. So practice as you are comfortable with your balance. All right, let's come back to the floor here. Standing in mountain pose at the end of your mat, inhaling up. Fold forward at the waist. Walk your hands out. Our last downward dog. Let's pedal those feet a little bit. So one heel to the other, pressing through your heels. Pressing into both heels. Coming onto the hands and knees. Child's pose back. Nice deep breaths. Good, coming up on to those hands and knees. Let's go ahead and sit on that blanket again. Legs are crossed. Should be nice and loose now. Inhaling here. And exhale. Let's take one hand on the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the side, stretching through that core. So we're stretching out the sides of our bodies, the sides of our torso. Cross it over, reach. Good, inhaling up, one more each side. Slide over, drop that shoulder away from the ears. You reach through the fingertips. Slide it over again. This is our last one. Inhaling up. Exhale, open and down. Good. Let's sit tall. So think about that alignment from my ear to my shoulder, through my hips. Palms are up on your knees. You can gaze forward, you can close your eyes. As we finish our practice, let's take a deep inhale together. Exhale, shoulders relaxing. Inhaling here. Last time, deep inhale. And exhale. Thank you for joining me today. Again, my name is Stacy with Aspen Yoga, and this was our foundational flow where we worked on a little core, a little balance, and then a little alignment. Again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you again next time.